Cool.
Well, first thing first, plans for next term. We've only got 2 more weeks out before this term finishes, which means that the 2 papers that you're currently taking for BMD 1 GD1 and BMD 1 GD2 is proceeding as usual. Okay, so this means that there's no deviation to the schedule. You are all good to go. So we are only working on that one brief right now, and everything else from now on is just production.
Sweet.
So I'm checking up on your Trello every day. So you just let me know if you have updated your Trello. So I'm not looking for stuff that is not there. Let me know via Slack. Let me know via email saying that, hey, I've done a bunch of work. I've put it up on Trello, and I'll go review it. Once I review it, and only if there is questions that I have, then I'll schedule a chat with you privately, or I schedule a video chat with you. Because sometimes I find it very difficult to put out my emotions typing it out. So I just want to be able to chat with you. And of course, for any transparency purposes and for HR, saying that I don't abuse you guys, I need to record stuff. Okay, so this is for transparency, and this is for me, for my end, making sure that I comply with giving you the learning experience as best as we can. Got it? Right. So, what I need from you guys is to make sure that you have the discipline enough to go and develop your work. If you need to go out to take footage or photographs of you for your brief, then do so. Of course, you're not regulated just staying indoors the whole time. Do it, but you need to stay away from other people, at least a minimum of 2 meters away from people, and don't touch unnecessarily surfaces that you're not familiar with, okay? So don't go out and start licking and planting your faces onto the ground and licking the pavement, okay? So that's not a thing. So you can still proceed on with those sort of things, but please make sure you dedicate some time into your work. Adobe licensing is now released to all media design students to work from home. So you need to log into Adobe Cloud, signing in with your media design school credentials.
If we already have Adobe set up at home with our own credentials, do we need to?
Nope, you don't. So that means that you have access to those. These are for those students who cannot have access, or they can't afford having their own personal Adobe sign-in. So Media Design School and Adobe has released all of their licenses for students who are registered with a valid institution to be able to work from home. Okay?
Right.
So for those students who are worried about, I can't afford a subscription, don't worry, Adobe's released it all. So until further notice, you've got that in your bag. When we migrate all of the materials online, just so that we need to adapt in how we deliver information, and receiving information. So you just need to ensure that if I post anything up official, it will be in Teams. So if you check now in your Teams, without leaving the video chat, there is a little button which is called Assignments. I've loaded up a reminder in that assignments to say that you have an assignment due on Friday. Okay? Any official deadlines or whatsoever will be notified through Teams. So you just need to ensure that you have access to Teams when it's required. Second is behavior change. So it is very easy for all of us, including myself, to be chatting with you guys days on, days end, at any hour. Yeah, it is very easy at 7 p.m. going, hey guys, what do you think about this? Now, I don't mind that because we're stuck indoors anyway, and we probably just need to communicate. But I would urge you to just train yourself to focus on schoolwork from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Have your breaks, have your go toilet or whatsoever. But between 9 and 1, Who's that?
Very funny.
Yeah, so between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m., I just need you guys to be able to focus. And I may contact you any point between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. to say, hey, like for example, Tia, I would go, hey, I've looked at your Trello. Hey, there is some concerns. I want to talk to you about some stuff. And then it will be set between 9 and 1 p.m. Okay? So I won't ask to come and talk to you about your work anytime after that or before that. I won't expect you to pick up and head into Teams by 6 a.m. Okay? In the same time, I need you all to be very mindful and caring about each other. It's okay to communicate after hours, but don't feel that you have to work at 7 p.m. and start messaging your other colleagues who may not be able to reply. Okay, so don't get angry if I don't reply to you at 1:15 p.m. because I'm going, day is done. I'm not talking to you all. I will try, just letting you know, I will try. But just so you know, official hours is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay?
Okay.
Easy.
On Fridays, will you still be doing your own learning?
Good question. Very good question. Look, I'll tell you what, just fire through a message. I will do my best to respond because, we'll have to be here. But just keep in mind, I may not be able to respond directly or quickly.
Yeah.
Just fire through those questions. Now, between now and the 3rd of April, which is our last Friday, we just need to maintain this pace, okay? It's a great, I'm really happy to see all of you guys. Well, most of you guys. So there's a reason for me recording this session as well. It is to be accessed by those others who's missed this session, okay? So today is mostly just housekeeping. And then after that, I'll leave you guys to it. I'll talk about the brief in a minute, but the plans for next term. So you have your 2 weeks holiday. GDCT students, you may want to do more assignments if you wanted to, but I'll leave that up to you. I cannot tell you to do it. I can't force you to do it. You just have to do it at your own time, at your leisure. The rest of you guys, the BMD students, have a holiday, have a break. Get into a routine of being in self-isolation. Okay, get into a routine. And then once you start your new term 2, your papers is being delivered differently. It won't be the same papers as it was in the schedule. Instead, you'll be taking papers that were scheduled for term 4. GTCT students, this is still the same amount of credits to be awarded to you in order for you to proceed to your CAPS. So don't worry about your credits, okay? This is why I'm encouraging you guys to do the extra assignments during the term break, just so that you can pick up the stuff that you could have learned in term 2. So the papers that's being run in term 2 is your special topic investigation paper and your contextual paper. This paper is going to be run not by me. It's going to be run by Simon, Lucy, and Perdica. Know that you may be asked to join another channel on Slack or on Teams, okay? Because then you move into another classroom, so it won't be the same classroom. Then they will let you know what's the expectations and how you're going to be running those sessions. Those 2 papers, if you don't know already, are research-oriented papers. So the need to produce things is not, it will still be there, but it's just not demanding, right? You may just be needed to design a prototype and that's all. That's about it. Nobody's going to ask you to design a full-fledged, motion picture or whatsoever. So know that it's a more research-oriented sort of papers. So this is to lessen the requirement for tech. lessen the requirement for you guys spending too much time on the computer to work on a project. So this means, BMD students, this means that your graphic design papers, your majors, are going to be shifted into semester 2. This is hoping that this crisis will be over and done with by then. Okay, so we'll keep you appraised on what needs to happen, and you just need to keep yourself on the toes. The most important thing here is to keep yourself safe. Don't take unnecessary risk outside. Health and safety is a major issue. So don't feel like, oh, I'm coughing, I'm wheezing, I still have to attend the classrooms. Don't. Again, send me an email or send MDS an email saying, I'm not feeling well, I need to be excused. Can I have an extension? All that stuff. Okay, got it? Yeah? Cool? All right. Any questions so far? Or is all good?
Yeah, I think all
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now I'm going to share my screen to talk about the brief. There has been the brief had to be updated in because we have to. Because the brief requires you to go and print, produce and mock up a physical thing, and that has to change. So let me see if I can switch screens. Where is this thing? Oh, there! You know that there's a blur in my background on Teams. Look, I can switch. Look, it's
Yeah.
blurred.
Wow.
You blur the background. I
Yeah.
saw the thing.
So the 3 dots. So if you move your mouse into the center middle bottom of your Teams, you'll see that 3 little dots. If you click that 3 little dots, there's an option that says blur background.
Imagine having a camera.
Yeah, just in case if Max's bedroom is shit.
I don't have a camera, so you can't see the bomb site behind me.
Oh, oh no, this is being recorded as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's my isolation chamber.
I'm abusing Max. Oh my god. Okay. How am I sharing this thing? Does anybody got any idea how to share?
It says
Jonathan.
share desktop.
You can
Share
still
desktop.
share
Yeah,
screen.
Yeah, right next to my dot.
Here we go.
You got it.
You got it. Oh, it's
Oh.
telling me to access it via. Okay. Anyway, let's see if this happens. Okay. It says permission to share your screen, security and privacy settings. All this technology, I'll tell you.
Ta-da.
Whoa. Hello.
Oh.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
So you go to the square with the arrow pointing up. It says share desktop. That should be it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. Here you go. Screen 1. Am I sharing the screen 1? Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm pulling up this font. This PDF is in the Google Drive, okay? It's updated.
Can
Yes.
access the Google Drive. Oh.
Who's sharing? Stop sharing. Okay. So this, I've highlighted the changes in the pink. Okay. So you're still the design a music album cover. It is your debut album. This means that it's not somebody else's. It's not Kenny Rogers. It's not Taylor Swift. It's you. You are the artist. You are the singer. So you need to determine how your first album is going to look like. Now, if you're going to give me a self-portraiture and you're going to call yourself something else, it's your alter ego. Go for it.
Oh,
You
great.
just need to explain it. Okay, it's your rationale. You need to be able. We need the main thing is that I need to look at that album cover and determine the genre that you're in immediately. So if you're into Japanese rock, tech, techno music, then I need to look at it and go, this is a Japanese rock techno genre. Okay? If you're giving me hard metal, dark metal songs, then your cover needs to be designed in that way, right? So it is your debut album. You need to determine the title of your music album. You need to determine the name that you're putting out. So, okay?
Just a question about that representing the genre. If it's
Yes.
quite a niche subgenre of music or something that's not widely represented in the mainstream or something that's represented in a variety of ways, can we specify what we mean when we talk about the genre in our reflections and everything
In
like
your
that?
reflection as well in your research. So when you're doing your mood boards, when you're doing all your research into what genre that you're putting into Trello, then it needs to flow into that. So if you've already hitting it, say that, for example, if your genre is classical, you're a classical music, okay, your album is a classical music, then anything I see in Trello needs to reflect classical music. You can explore some niche things. You just need to make sure that it's all well researched and well documented. Okay.
Easy.
Easy peasy. So, my cat is very distracting right now. She
Can you
wants
pull her
to
in frame?
Can I
we
see
see
the
her?
cat?
Okay, after we discuss about the brief, hang on. So, you again, the brief says you are free to determine the genre of the music. You can be photo based, it can be a painting, it can be illustration, type based, or whatsoever. Your research must reflect that. I've looked historically, I've looked into all these genres and how their music albums artwork is. I'm going to do something similar, or I'm going to subvert it and twist it around. You just need to ensure that you have got enough research material to justify that design decision. Okay, you got enough research in your background going, I've looked into all this, now I can produce this. Who keeps sharing?
Max.
Max.
He has
You little
funny.
narcs, all of you.
Anyway,
I just saw the end.
coming back to this, you need to design a full design. So even though I'm not asking now for a physical mock-up, you need to design the complete CD. It needs to have the front cover, it needs to have the back cover. Okay? Now, it's a CD because it's a much smaller dimensions. So if you want to design a vinyl, then design it with a front and back. But here's the thing to this, okay? And I'll list it down in the bottom. Your requirements for this cover is a high-res, final, ready-to-print PDF and a digital mock-up of the album. So for a CD, you need to be digital mock-up to convincingly resemble a fold-out packaging. Okay?
Okay.
You need then to supply a text document maximum of 150 words that describes this genre and your rationale for producing this album. When we talk about the rationale for producing album, it's like a dedication. Okay? It's like I like to thank my parents, or it's an explanation saying that Sasha Fierce is my alter ego. It's blah 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 blah. Okay?
Yeah.
You need to place it into the design of this CD somewhere. So if it's a fold out, if it's a brochure-like cover, or whatsoever, you need to figure out a way that you can design this rationale into the CD. Okay? You can determine whatever shape and style of your packaging is. So if you Google CD packaging, creative CD packaging, you'll come up with a lot of options. So you can look at that. So but I need you to see testing in your journal and your workbook. So finally, you're to supply that ready-to-print high-res PDF, which means what? Prop marks, registration marks, color bars, bleeds, okay?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And die lines and fold lines. So you need to ensure that die line and fold lines are accurate. And then after that, just one high-res JPEG of the mock-up. It's a digital mock-up. So how would you mock it up?
Just a single one. We can't do more.
If you can do more if you want, but I need that one piece that go, oh, this is great. Okay?
Yeah.
So artwork must contain this. It needs to have your title. It needs to have a name of the artist. When we talk about list of songs, minimum of 6 tracks, and Max would know all about this. The 6 songs is when it's 6 songs, it needs to be song titles that you have created yourself. Okay, these are the song titles that reflect the genre that you're designing for.
Yeah.
You can add profanity in it as you wish.
Yes.
Okay, which means that your design must include the fake sticker. Do you know that fake sticker I'm talking about? That
Oh,
sticker
the
which
black
says,
and white one.
yep,
Yeah.
they're saying that
That
offensive
lies.
lyrics inside or
Yeah.
whatever for
Yeah.
adults, maybe PG. Yeah. So if you're doing like offensive material, please know that there's a line that cannot be crossed. Okay. So don't, if you're into the horror gothic genre, don't purposely buy a rabbit, cut its guts out, and then take a picture of that. Please don't do that.
Oh,
And don't list out your songs killing myself. Don't list out songs which says, you know, how to buy a gun. Please don't do that. Be classy, okay? Be classy. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Now, production studio, it's basically you are going to design a brand for a music studio. You know, like Columbia Studio, Sony Music, those production studios. So you are to design a brand for the production studio. Okay?
So we have to come up with the entire studio ourselves, or can we actually
No,
just
you
say
do it yourself.
music?
You do it yourself. Yeah.
All
So
right.
you can say you can name it. I don't know. Island Productions. You can name it COVID-19 Productions.
Ooh.
Modern.
Okay. Propriety and copyright information, please source that online. Those are the things that says, this cannot be reverse engineered, but all copyright is belonging to the artist only, blah, blah, blah. If you really need a good copyright information, pull out Easy's copyright information. Kanye West's, he has a really good copyright information in there. All right.
So is it basically just copying like another
Yes.
copyright that's been on a CD?
Yeah, you copy the copyright information. Okay?
All right.
Because it's all
Simple.
legal information. You need to
Okay.
design it into your thing, into your cover as well. So again, it's a CD cover. But if you want to do something bigger and larger, like a vinyl cover, go for it. You just need to follow this brief instructions. Front cover, back cover, all the mandatory items is required. Got it?
Mhm.
Do we need to design like a booklet?
If you wish, you can design whatever you want in it. Okay? You can even
Yep.
design augmented reality into it. You can design holographic into it if you wanted to. So now coming down to part B. So instead of one-on-one presentation now, it's now getting you to prepare a video presentation. Who's laughing?
Yay!
I believe you guys have done. Hi, Annie. So
Hi.
you guys have done this before. BMD students have done video presentations before, haven't you?
You have?
We
You
have?
You have? You?
I don't think so.
You
I
don't
think
think?
we've
a lot of
only done
questions going
live presentation.
Oh well, you're in a luck right now. So you can use your phone. You can use your phone cam, or you can use your computer's camera. So Max, you have no excuse but to go get yourself a cam.
Oh, never thought I'd hear that
Oh, wait.
sentence.
Those stores are closed. You better go today.
Oh my God, Max can be
Go today.
My phone camera is pretty high quality. I think it'll work for because I assume the video presentation is just going to be it's professional. It's not going to be in the style of whatever you made.
No, it'll be a presentation to talk about your design. So it's not a music video, but it can be designed to align with the design of your album cover. All right, so you're still doing presentation slides. Okay, you're still needing to put everything together and to talk over it, to narrate over it, and you still need to tell us your design decisions leading up to your final outcome. So the first point in this brief is preparing your presentations in a video format. It shouldn't be longer than 4 minutes. So please find the appropriate codec, which is MPEG-4, MP4s, and H.264s. And the resolution is 720p, okay? No bigger than that. I don't need a 4K or 8K resolution. I don't want to see the pores on your face. So please ensure that your file is compressed sufficiently. So don't send in a 1.6 gigabyte video file. The internet will reject it. I will not accept anything over than 80 megabytes. So even then, 80 megabytes for a 4-minute video is a big file. I would expect it to be 12 megabytes or even max 25 megabytes. All right. So you need to discuss your design decisions that lead to the outcome, and you can include your journal, your Trellos, your mood boards to support your design decisions. So it needs to be 4 minutes, not more. Okay, I don't want a National Geographic documentary. Okay. All right. So where you to submit everything. So your video presentation should not have forgot to include your video presentation part B comes with the reflective statement, okay? Your reflective statement is still the Word doc.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So there's like 3 main things to submit aside from like the mock-up album cover, all that. You've got the album cover, the video, and then the text.
Yeah. So in this part here, design the music album cover, 4-minute presentation, and a reflective statement.
Okay.
Okay. Where you to submit it, you can email this to me as a zip drive, or you can upload it to your Google Drive and share the link with me, or you can use WeTransfer. We don't expect you to pay for any of these services, okay? If you're using WeTransfer, use the free option. You don't need to pay for it. Again, deadline, the last Friday of the term by 1 p.m. Okay? Yes.
Could we do our reflective statement like within our album design? So we have it as like a thanks at the end, you know, how some artists put the thanks at the end.
That your reflective statement will stand apart from the design itself.
All right. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
For the production studio and proprietary copyright information, that is going to be displayed on the CD album cover when
the back cover.
Right. So and for that production studio, it's just sort of the necessary part for that. We don't need to create like a backstory or anything like that for it. It's just sort of a basic production studio logo type thing, but it has to work.
Yeah. Never tell me it's basic.
Sorry. Minimalistic.
Yeah. So part of your research will be going and sourcing imagery that is the CDs, and you need to figure out where that information lies, how those elements work together, where it's placed, and all that stuff. So part of your research will be observing and deconstructing and reverse engineering an existing CD design. Okay. So if I scroll down, the change here is your video presentation will carry 40% of your grade. So that's so make sure you do a good video presentation. And look, it's really fantastic because we're using video presentation, which means that you can actually write a script and just narrate it. Just make it sound interesting. Okay?
I heard that we have to actually have our face. Is that correct?
No.
It can just be like a voiceover.
I mean, it depends on the style of your presentation. I
Obviously,
just
yeah.
need you to talk about your design decisions. If
Okay.
you are going to design it in such a way that it's all just PowerPoint slide based or PDF slide based, then that's about it. But if you want, you can take a pic, you can video yourself talking, you can video yourself, you know those game shows where the person goes up to turn the slides. You can do that. You can be Vanna White. You know who Vanna White is? You can
No.
Google Vanna White. Okay, so again, examples of work. You can be as creative as you like, this sort of thing. You can be designing it minimally like that. You can design a gatefold like that if you wish, but you just need to be giving me the die line. You need to
Okay.
design the die line. You need to supply the artwork as a flat artwork and a design. So if you are going to just look around at stuff, if you're going to be going creative CD cover art, and you look at this, there is so many varieties of stuff. You know, you can design something like that. You can even design a house if you wanted to. You can design that if you wanted to. Very easy, very simple. Or that. That. Okay, so how then do you find the template? You either need to guess how this works, or you can go creative CD cover template. Die line. And look, it's all here. You can figure out, oh, box of tissues, anyone?
Make millions.
Oh my God, if you guys do that and you give me the die line for this, I tell you, we are going to produce this. Once this is over, this quarantine is over, we're going to head out there and print this out. Okay?
Yeah.
So you see, Vector, try it out, packaging designs. So you can just click on this and go, can I download this? Yeah, so you just need to go and figure out how the hell do I download this? You guys will figure it out. All right.
Yep.
Any questions
Mm,
about the brief?
Just confirming April 3rd is the drop-in date.
That is
Next
correct.
week, Friday.
Sweet.
That is correct.
How do I access the copy of the digital file of the new
The brief. It's on the Google Drive link that was posted on Slack.
Slack?
So you may need to go and scroll up.
It's
Okay.
in the Facebook group chat as well.
Thanks, Kim.
Welcome back.
Well, it's also in MS Teams assignments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, the Google link is on the assignments tab in MS Teams.
I guess the old one's been removed, eh?
The old one,
Any confusion?
the one
Yeah.
that we tested yesterday. Oh no, yes, the old one's been removed. So it's
Yep.
just this brief. Yeah. Right. Is there any questions so far? How exciting, eh? This is very
Yeah.
exciting.
Is this going to be a daily thing, these video conference calls?
Between 9 and 1 p.m., I just need you to ensure that you are available for a chat if need be. I will
Sweet.
message you.
Eunice needs help getting into them. She needs the link to the.
Okay. Can Eunice send me her email address just in case? I just need to invite her in.
I managed to get into Slack. She's.
Okay. Just look at. I will sort out Eunice and the rest of the teams separately after this session. Okay. So if I ever needed to get all of you guys back together again, like in MS Teams, I will send a message out via Slack and say, hey, I've scheduled a video conference. So if I click on video, I can actually schedule a time for meeting. So that will send out invites to all of you guys. So you just need to follow up on that. I will let you guys know at least a day ahead of time. So say, hey, I'm setting up a video chat tomorrow. Please make sure that you've got time and stuff like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Is everybody cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if anyone misses that Slack message, we can just put it in the Facebook group chat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's see where my cat's gone to. Ava!
Cat.
Ava!
Fluffy thing.
I have to don't blur background just so that. Do you see my Lego?
Oh.
Wait, no.
No.
Damn.
Oh,
Man, I never thought I'd get flexed on by my lecturer.
Have you got enough? Do you need more?
If you want, I can show you the collection that I have in my garage. But you know,
Yes,
Please.
no.
Can we get a home tour, please?
Bro, we can
So you can play properly, right?
Yeah. Where you live?
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
yo.
I don't know where my cat's gone. So my cat's gone. I'll have to be some other day.
Oh.
Oh,
Too bad. All right, I'm gonna stop recording this now.
sweet.
And now he's gonna abuse us.